Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another episode of the Good Living Podcast. It's your man, Cook Boy, and I've been away for a while, but this is the Monday morning episode. It's a new year still, it's 2023. It was my birthday. I don't know, the last episode I released was about loaning women money and if it's how good of an idea is it. And that was really in depth, so if you've not heard that, please go check that out. It's been a crazy week. I was in Abuja then, and I returned like a few days ago. And my body has been hot. Abuja was hot, but I really didn't go out in the daytime, so I don't think I saw sun on my face. Except on my birthday, I went to some places. Yeah, but I only stayed in the sun for like a few seconds at every given point in time. And then I was always indoors for the rest of the time, or went out in the night to play football. However, I'm back in town. For any of you who didn't know, that know me personally, I'm back in town. So a lot of things have been happening. We're supposed to change our Naira notes before today. Everybody was supposed to change it before today. Today was the deadline. And for some reason, some people did not, right? It's funny because it is very, very... Personally, I don't have a habit of holding cash. I tried earlier in my life to, develop a habit of holding cash so I can avoid some kind of sticky situations I find myself in occasionally. Like, when you want to, especially when I want to tip people, or this yellow fever, these people that do control traffic, especially around Wurukum, that Benue Link side, or David Mark bypass, or even Modern Market, sorry. Fuck. So even Modern Market. So these guys, I feel like their work is difficult, right? So if you have money and you are driving past them, you give them. So that was a habit I developed, but every time I'd be like, shit, I should dash this guy money, but I don't have money on me. Every time. So I started trying to develop a cash holding culture. So that's how I withdraw money and just keep in my car so that I'll have it. But the bastard thing finishes too quickly because then when I have to make a transfer, just the slightest network inconvenience, instead of me to chill and do it, I just go to the car and then take out maybe half of the cash I kept and pay for the thing. So that wasn't being sustainable for me. So luckily, I stopped keeping cash. But I think now that they've extended it by 10 days, the idea now should be this. Once you have a new note, keep it like gold, all right? Make sure that you've exhausted every other alternative before you spend that new note. Keep it as though it is more valuable than every other means of money, which is electrical money or old note. Sorry, I have this thing where I don't know what the fuck it is, man. That happened to me before, up until where I now had a panic attack, where I just can't seem to yawn or take in as much air as I, need. And if I try to yawn, to just stop halfway. They say it's lack of sleep that causes it, but I've been sleeping well lately. So, is it worry? I don't really think I'm worried. I don't know, man, but I think it will sort itself out as everything does if you put a little effort. I just keep digressing. So, I said I should be keeping cash, and the idea is when you have cash, right, you keep it, new money, right, and then just gather all the old money you have and be spending that one. You get, even if it's change, just keep it. 100 now you can spend 100 new money, you can spend 200 new money, but 500 and 1k new money, if you have it, keep it. Don't spend it. You get, if you want to pay for something, use transfer, use POS, or find old notes that you have, so that people will not go and be choking the banks. Eventually in 10 days time. I think that would be very helpful. But one thing that I've learned recently is that this country, for it to get better, policies might be put in place to make it improve, but I really don't see personal life, like me going to the market and trying to buy something from somebody and it being easier. Prices might drop and then the price I'll end up having to pay is easier. But when people interact with you and you get this, how Nigerians can be defensive when they are bargaining for something, when there's money involved, that culture, it's not going to change. That culture is not going to change. And that's facts. So, the things are... I don't know, something just distracted me now. I don't know if my house is haunted. I should be here alone, but I'm hearing knocks. I'm hearing knock on the door. On the door inside the house. Okay. If anything happens, then I know that spirits exist. You know why I said Nigerians? I don't think it's we are our own problem, right? But there are there's levels to the evil that we perpetrate because we have leaders who would literally look at hungry people and take away 98% of what they're supposed to give those hungry people and put in their pockets. So there are Nigerians who can do that, but I believe the majority of Nigerians would not do that, would not get up, see somebody hungry and take 98% of the food that they're supposed to eat and keep it for themselves. I don't think Nigerians are that wicked, but we have leaders who are that greedy. And the thing that trickles down now to the rest of us, the greed that trickles down to the rest of us, is just the how do I say it? It's also greed, but it's selfishness as well. We are incredibly selfish. I'll give you an example of the things that I've seen recently. In the banks now, where there should be money in the bank, and you should change it for, the majority of Nigerians who are struggling. Majority of Nigerians are struggling. I can say 70% of Nigerians are literally struggling to make ends meet. They don't have the luxury of luxury. You understand? And these Nigerians now pack the small cash they have from the businesses they're doing, and they go to the bank to change their money. But there's no money in the bank, and now there's a crowd because you are literally trying to scheme. And you know why? Because the money that was in the bank, as a man has come earlier, or even during the weekend, and called manager, and they went and they opened the bank, and they gave him 4 million in new money cash. And as a man gave bank manager 8 million. No, that's unrealistic. 5 million. Or 450k. So, or 4.5 million, sorry. And so now, the 10 million allocation that you were supposed to share to citizens has been deducted by 4 million. The 10 million would not even be enough for the citizens. Citizens are coming to change like 20 million. And so only half of the citizens originally were going to be satisfied by the allocation. But you've cut that in half as well again because of connection. Then the small bankers that are in there with their own connections too, the remaining 1 million, they've shared it out to their own friends and family before the bank opens or before people start coming. And then, only 25% of Nigerians can be satisfied. And then with only 25% available at the bank gate, you still have to now start sorting. Everybody looking at from the same. Bank manager has done his own chua. The small staff there has done his own chua. The security man now letting people into the bank legitimately to change money, which is their right. We still want to collect bribe before you can let 1 or 2 people enter. And if they entered, what are the chances that they're going to see money? That's how bad it is. So everybody is corrupt in that sense. Okay, you might be asking me, what is the corruption now from the average Nigerian trying to change money? You know how you inflate prices of things when you want to sell. You know how they will tell you price is this thing, or go and find out the price of this thing, let me give you money. You will go, you find out the price, then you come back and inflate it as well for the person giving you the money. It has happened to me. I have done it before, but I decided I'm going to stop doing that in my life. It's one of the easiest ways to lose honor. It is so cheap and easy to lose honor that way. It's disgusting for me to think about that kind of way of losing honor now. So that's one thing that's made me stop that. And I think if you look at it very well, every single amount of money you want to make, if I have the opportunity to make $1 million or 500 or let me say 10 million naira from that kind of situation, that might be a little tempting, I'm not going to lie. Especially when the person giving the money, that kind of money would not make any difference to them. But for the small money and you're doing that for 100k or 50k, you're just disturbing your honor, because if they find out the shame, well, to each his own, everybody should do their mind. But then I saw on that video that showed us that Nigerians can really be, and maybe this is just a human being's thing, right? I've not stayed a year somewhere outside Nigeria, I would say, okay, it's everybody. But I noticed that people, is a pattern. So there's this Nigerian in the UK. This video has gone viral now, but the guy used to always be on my TikToks. He always tells stories about his experiences while he's in UK. So I've known him on my TikTok for months now. But a video about him went viral where he was invited to a church, a white church, as a newcomer. And he went to the church and he was the only black person in the church. And while he was there, they said, newcomers, first timers, please get up. In Nigeria now, if you go as a first timer, all of you are fucking black. You can just hide in the crowd and the mix of your own people and say you're not a newcomer. People might think you're a newcomer, but they will say, okay, maybe he was there last Sunday and I didn't notice. But, it was clear he was a newcomer. So he stood up and they didn't shake hands. Everybody was like, hi, and they took him to another room in the church, as they do in Living Faith or Dunamis or all these other churches. And so while he was there, They gave him chicken and chips first. Wow, like fries and chicken, and he was eating. And then they brought him, what was that again? You see, yeah, they normally have a lot of new first time members. Not a lot, maybe like 3 or 4, he said. And so since he's the only one today, so all of the fries are his. And there's extra for the other people that would have come. So if he's gonna take that, then cool. Then people also donate shoes, and they buy shoes for people. How do they even say it? So there's like 4 or 5 options of shoes, new ones in the carton. If you want to take it, feel free to take it. What else did they give that man? I can't remember. Did they give him a drink? I think they gave him a drink. So he just gift basket, with stuff in it. So he came back home and he was making the video of like his experience in that church. And something that he said that didn't really strike me at first, but when I thought about it, I was like, okay, this doesn't sound good. He now said, this is nice. I think this is where his family, he will start coming to this church now, blah, 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 blah. In fact, I think next Sunday he'll bring his wife so that they will collect more things. I think I even turn it to a business. Why you might applaud that and say, okay, turn it to a business, street smart. He will carry his friends, they will go one by one, they will have cut. When they give them shoe, they will go and sell it and they'll share the money. And then that is you thinking you are smart now, trying to play on the kindness of somebody else. And as Nigerian standard, you'll be like, what's your business? Not business. Like, we are so corrupt now. It's the decadence for me. I'm not judging anybody. All of us are flaws. But we're so corrupt now that this is normal. And if I complain about this, then it means there's something wrong with me. Like, that's where we are now. It's fucked. But what can I say? What can I say? So, I don't know. That just bugged me, because if somebody from that church saw that video now and understands what he's saying there, then it's just going to be like, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to, it's just embarrassing. So we have our own problem, to be honest. And people who have been following it, the truth is, life is hard. I had a video that I shot. Interesting topic. And I'm trying to niche, find something to focus on. Because I know if you're diversifying too much, what do I talk about? Because I want to know, what do I... Because I appreciate every one of you who listen, and I appreciate the feedback. And I want to know for a fact, what do I focus on doing, right? Because my mind is telling me, there's always this funny stuff on Twitter, funny stories people tell, like the sugar mommy one I did, I think 4 or 5 episodes back. I really like that kind of stuff, I really do. Or should I just do sports? But I think that field is a little saturated. Or should I do everyday life? Just talk about random topics. Like, that's what I was planning to talk about, random topics. Or should I talk about relationships strictly? I don't know what I'm good at. But I think or should I talk about woke culture, gay and lesbian, how that life is shaping up, transgender, political stuff. Should I talk about race? I don't know. As in, by the grace of God, I think I have a wide range. I have range in terms of enlightenment. But at some point, I think I have to focus on something and try to deliver that kind of content to the best of my ability, or the best way possible to be at the top of my game if I'm going to do YouTube or even this. So I need you guys to help me decide. I'm going to make a decision after maybe 2 or 3 episodes of asking this. And this reminds me, in church, when people are about to get married, they would ask if anybody wants to object to these 2 people getting married, please speak now, forever remain silent. And I'll just be quiet there, listening, to see if anybody will object. And if I used to do that for 2 or 3 Sundays in a row for the same couple. I don't know, please tell me in the comments, or tell me personally if you listen to this, if any of you have ever experienced that, been in a gathering or in the church or at a wedding gone where somebody said they object to these 2 people getting married, and what was the reason for it? Because it's mad for me to even imagine that anybody would do that. Let's go to notification. If it's not money notification, please, I don't want to hear. So over the past 2 weeks, my throat. All right, let me go on a break. Yeah, I'll come back shortly. I just remember what I wanted to talk about. Today is transfer deadline day, by the way. And for people who know I'm an Arsenal fan, we've been signing. We're top of the league. We didn't expect that. Even us, we didn't expect it. There's Man City there. There's Liverpool that is always chasing Man City, but losing most of the time at the end of the day. And then, we played well last season, did well. But this season, it's shocking that we are like top of the season of the league. But this January now, we need to sign players. We needed a left-sided defender. We signed Kivio. Dope. We needed cover in midfield for Partey. No, before I even get to that, we needed who is the second person we signed? What the fuck? That was even the first sign of the window now. Jesus Christ, something's wrong with my head. Okay, we said Trossard. Fucking hell. We needed cover for Saka. Somebody had to play in Bukayo Saka's wing, but we didn't buy a right winger. We bought a left winger in Leandro Trossard, who is a proven goal scorer for Brighton in the Premier League, and amazing signing. And then we needed cover for Partey in midfield, and then we are trying to get Caicedo. Caicedo has not played up to a season's worth of games. He has not played 38 games in the league yet. He was bought for 5 million, and then Brighton was calling 70M, I'll be 80M for somebody. We are bidding 70, they declined it. 75, I think, and they declined it. What the fuck for somebody? So I think he was overpriced, but for them to go and get fucking Jorginho, that's where I have a problem. I really do think he will come good because he has track record. But it's kind of like Tinubu, you're old. Even if you have sense, his sense of like defrauding, it's not see the guy came and he loves us, but he has qualities that might be useful to us. So let's just say other one pans out. But it's a little bit frustrating the way the window is ending because I don't think we are buying anybody else. But fair enough. I think 2 minutes of sports talk is enough, right, for the ladies listening. Ladies, like I said, there's something that I realize is a trend. And I want to talk on it because I find it disgusting. When it hasn't happened to you, you won't really get upset. But when it does, you now feel the need to speak up, because I have this, relatively small platform. I think some girls mistakenly misunderstand, but intentionally misunderstand things just to make themselves look good or feel good. For example, assuming a guy is interested in you. It first started with me seeing, I don't know why all these things just happened at the same time, seeing TikTok videos of girls that will be at the gym. They'll set their camera trying to do a set of workout, right? They just do a workout program, and then they won't be able to do it. They'll be making mistakes. But in the video, they will be telling you, look at that guy over there. It's creepy. He's staring at me. Come on, move on. And like trying to motion to somebody else that is caught in their frame, saying the person is creepy because the person is occasionally turning over to look at them. And as somebody who works out, I know that what they are doing is just rubbish. And you see girls in the gym, it's telling, all right? Some girls might not know, but you might be working hard, but a lot of you look like you're just there to see fine boys and you're just there to shake body, or somebody paid for the gym for you. Or you see one of your friends taking fine pictures in the gym and you just wanted to take those kind of pictures as well, because after 1 month, nobody sees them. And the truth is, if you go to the gym and you see somebody that is a new face, you feel like you want to help them, because people who work out know that it's a great feeling, right? To be somebody who exercises, you're healthy. I can't remember when last, to be honest, because I know that before I started working out, I used to play football regularly, and I play football once a week these days, at least, and you feel good. You hardly fall sick. It's healthy when you work out. And when you see somebody trying to develop that culture, you just try to support them, right? So if you see somebody like trying to work out, he's trying to build his arm, or she's trying to build her laps or something, or her thighs, sorry, and then you see her doing the wrong way, she's not going to get results. So you watch her for a bit, and then you go and offer help. And in these exact videos I'm talking about, these guys watch, and then they go over to try and help them with something, and they're like, no, thank you. See what I'm talking about? Creep. Get the fuck out of my face. It's so annoying to see. And then it transcends now into real life, where, okay, here's the thing. I went to Clara's shop one day, and there was a fine girl. No, I was in the shop already, and there was a fine girl, and I walked in. I think she was buying clothes. No, she came with somebody who was trying to buy some clothes. So she was just sitting on her own. But I was there with a couple of guys. Some of them I didn't know, one of them I knew. And I could notice that these guys were looking at her, like looking at the girl. And she was, fairly attractive. But then, I was on my phone for the most part, but I would look up a little bit and notice that these guys, maybe they would exchange glances, they would look at her, and then the girl would look up and scan the room and maybe maybe catch a few eyes or see people looking at her. And she knew, like I read the room and I understood that the girl knew that guys were liking or admiring her, and they were quiet. And the guys knew that this girl was fine, but they didn't want to move to her. They didn't have the courage or didn't think it was worth it to move to her. And I just felt, you know what? I don't want to be classified among pussies. No, I didn't mean to say it like that. But the truth is that in my mind, that's the rawest form to put it, right? There's a better way I could have put that. But I didn't want to be classified as, okay, one of the guys that you entered the shop, nobody could talk to you. So I said, no, fuck it, I'm going to go and at least, let it be that I have the confidence to maybe start a conversation to you. Not because I want to toast you or sleep with you, just because I don't want it in your mind to think that you're too fine and I can't approach you. So, and I do that a lot. This is not even the only occasion. But on 2 occasions, something happened that has made me feel like, okay, maybe I should just stay on my own. I think my confidence actually does. Stop it, go. So, I think it shows. But in this occasion, I went to this girl, found out her name. So we got talking. I made her laugh a few times, and everything was cool. We talked for a little bit, and then when my business was done there, I went out and left. I didn't ask for her number, only name. And I think she left just at the same time I was leaving. I could have offered her a lift, but I didn't really care at that point. I don't want to do, and I left. Later on, I started hearing where she said, my friend said you tried to toast her. God. Like somebody she knew, she told that she saw my picture in this girl's phone, and they said this guy tried to toast her at her shop. I tried to toast you. Who is that? And I saw the thing. I was like, but how is that toasting? So ladies, please, they're not trying to toast you. When somebody comes to meet you and talk to you, sometimes it's just curious. They want to know you get. And for somebody who does stuff like I do, I need people to listen to my stuff. I need people to listen to my content. I need people to know my name, at least not necessarily my face. I don't want to be recognized every single place I go, but I want the name to go far because I'm using it for something. I'm using it to try and monetize it. So I need to know people, right? So that's why I have the confidence to move to you. Not that I necessarily want to toast you. And then I know a lot of girls do this. If somebody will talk to you small, then you just label it as toast. And it just changes the context of everything and make the guy look one kind. And it's wrong because some of these people are in committed relationships. Some people are married and they try to talk to you and say they toasted you. It's just fucked up. Stop doing that. Okay. The second occasion was where I took a picture with somebody. This was similar as well, but I was a bunch of pussies. By the way, admiring somebody, right, from afar. 2 girls, they were taking pictures at a wedding. They looked, and the real reason I went there was because I actually noticed they liked, my friends were admiring this person, but they didn't want to go because they were doing something else. But I also noticed reluctance because they felt maybe it was a wrong timing because these were 2 girls involved with each other taking pictures. So if you go now, you're distracting, then and they don't like you still, you will just get a rebuff. So I said, let me just try. How far can I go? Like push it a little bit, and I just went over, hi, just made small talk, and then asked if I could take pictures with them as well. And then they let me say, sure. I took pictures with both of them. I don't even know if I collected the pictures on my phone, but I didn't post them. They were just for fun. And then one posted. This one I'll blame myself completely, right? One posted my picture with hers now eventually on her status with a caption that says, I don't have a number. Somebody screenshotted it and sent to me with a caption that said, this stranger came in, like pretty much described the entire situation, right, accurately, and tried to take a picture. I don't know him from anywhere, But look at his hand. Look at his hand is low though. I didn't even know his hand was that low. What is that? Like trying to, not like he was complaining, but tried to make me look like a strange creep that she might have survived, that kind of thing. First of all, my hands were not loose. That's why I was like putting my hands on her waist or anything. I put just like on her bum, like just the same way the way you'd cordially, pose with somebody and take a picture. Who sent me, you might say. And I would say that as well. Who sent me, you cool boy. But somehow I should have the restraint to just know some people would react after seeing you in a way that you do not like. So maybe you should just avoid it altogether. And then some women, you should know that not everybody is like that with you. So chill, all right? Some people really, really are very picky when it comes to women because they want to talk to you, doesn't mean they want to sleep with you, or they won't even see you naked. All right. And then one other thing is harassing speeches. I think this thing now, I'm going to talk to men about it because this is the last point I'm going to make, by the way. It is annoying. It's annoying when you do this thing where you get up, I'm just blabbing, where you want to compliment a woman, but you're complimenting her in a way that is a little too deep. And it's uncomfortable. And so women do not have a voice. That's why I'm not down to I'm not like an advocate of putting women down, because they really need to speak up to things that make them uncomfortable. If there's a stranger, if you meet a strange girl, right? Her bum is not what you should be complimenting. Her breast is not what you should be complimenting. There should be no sexualized form of compliment. You meet somebody, you say, this your kind shape, go good for bed. It is sexual harassment if you do not know, guys. It is sexual harassment. You do not do that. If somebody is beautiful, you tell them they are beautiful, cool. Only somebody you work with, you cannot make sexual. If you're not dating that person, married to that person, or sleeping with that person, please avoid sexually related compliments. Unless somebody you're comfortable with. Yeah, I know you can say, okay, we have friends, but yeah. But when you meet a strange woman or strange girl, mind your business. If you're going to compliment, please compliment her dress, face, fine. You can say, okay, you look good in that. If it's her bum that comes out curvy and nice in the clothes, say she looks good in the clothes. Don't say, Anya, she's looking good in the clothes. I don't know, man. I don't know. You people just do whatever the fuck you want. But at the end of the day, there's consequences for these actions. And when they tell you off badly, you say the girl doesn't have respect. She has respect too. It's you that don't respect yourself, and she won't give you what you don't have or what you don't give yourself. So just find how you do stuff. Sometimes you see a woman, and then my friend was telling me the other day how she went to buy a car where she normally buys a car where she eats in the night, and then there was a strange man there like trying to start talking with her, and then start saying he feels bad. He was talking to one girl, and then they arranged everything to meet in the hotel. Like, wait. I can't even remember herself. He was chatting with her, but chat was going well. I arranged to meet her in a hotel. And then what even happened? I think at the hotel, right? The girl even came. No, like came to the hotel. And then they started touching, and then she said, how much? Like, I mean, she told him price, and he wasn't thinking along those lines. He wasn't thinking he had to pay for it. He thought it was his moves that got him in bed with her. So he got to the point of money now, and so it didn't work out anymore. She left him there. So he told this whole pathetic story to my friend, and then at the end of the day, what he was getting at was that, so the room is empty, so is she going to come? People get mine, child. Alright, I think that brings us to the end of the Monday morning. I'm recording this in the evening. To the Monday episode of the Good Living Podcast. Thank you very much for listening up until this point. See you on Thursday or Monday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.